The lighting looks pretty good in here, Doug.
I think it looks pretty cute. You can see my face, which is the important part.
Guys, we have the new JT Triad paintball loader here. I've got my festive JT shirt on.
I actually really like that.
We're excited about this, Doug.
Why did I get a JT shirt? My chopped liver right
Yeah, I actually had to pay for it. Like, it's not like they just sent me one.
Right,
but they did send us this, guys. The JT Triad. It is available here soon at PunishersPB.com. We are here to do an overview video of it. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Like and subscribe. And Doug, where can they find this bad boy?
When you're done watching and you've decided that you obviously want to buy a JT Triad, use the link in the description. See you after the intro.
I'm so free.
Hello. All right. So where do you want to start with talking about this thing? Because there's a lot of points to cover with this thing.
Well, first let's talk about colors and let's talk about price points. So there are different colors that you can get with the Triad.
A blue, an olive kind of color, like a
Blue,
green,
olive,
gray.
smoke, black, red, and there might be plus or minus one other colors I missed. But basically, guys, with the Triad, all that you're going to be... Uh-oh, it's stuck on there.
It is a tight fit. They have made this thing for smaller board paint.
I think it's just this. So the only thing that's going to be different color-wise, guys, is going to be the speed feed on this, as well as like the plastic portion around here. Mm-hmm. Everything else is still going to be black, so it's just basically like an accent color, which I actually prefer that because the majority of what we sell is all black as far as loaders go.
Yeah, I've never been really too fussed about having a super colorful loader.
Yep. So there's going to be a couple different colors as far as that goes, and then price point is going to come in at the $149.95 price point.
Okay.
So that's going to be $100 less than the Spire 5.
I'm gonna say that's way less than your S tier, like top tier.
Top tiers. Yep. And so it's going to come in at a different price point. So I'm super excited about it because it's kind of like in between the mid end and the high end price point. So what do you get for $150? Well, I want to hear your impressions on this, but I'm going to explain all the features since I already have kind of gone through it a couple times and everything else like that. We've done some tune videos and all that stuff. So it's 220 ball capacity. It is a little bit longer. That's the first thing that's definitely noticeable about the loader. Now, what I do like that about this, because when you've got it on your actual marker, you're not going to be noticeable, right? So they're telling us that it's going to be, JT's telling us it's going to be a 215 ball capacity. So that is kind of in the same realm as like the Spire 5, which boasts a 220 ball capacity, and it's going to be a little bit better than like the Spire IR2 or like the downsized version of the R2 at 200. Yep. Obviously with the R2 you can expand it.
Yep.
So that's kind of nice. It does come with a built-in speed feed. Another thing that I like to mention is that this plastic, one of the things that used to be a problem with some of the older GI
level
loaders, the level loader, was that the lid popped open all the time. I think they fixed that issue, so that's very nice.
Nice.
So this pops open. The other thing too is it does come with a built-in rain lid and a built-in speed feed. The rain lid just kind of pushes out from the bottom, kind of like snaps out of place.
That's super easy.
And you can set that to the side. It's not a very thick plastic, so I could definitely see issues with this, like breaking and all that stuff. So
that's pliable. Yeah, that's very pliable.
Rubber speed feed with a pretty big mouth to it.
That's a very soft. So you could get shot in your loader and not worry about one of the fins breaking.
Correct. That is true.
I had that happen World Cup 2020. I did a run through and then I got my loader absolutely destroyed and I had to replace a fin, but wouldn't have to worry about that with this thing.
Disassembly on this is very simple. There's a little yellow button inside there. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see that, but there's a little yellow button inside there, and that just gets pushed down, and then there's a button right here that you press, like right there. Super simple. Top shell comes off.
Wow.
Everything right there is plastic, right?
Okay.
What do I love about that, Doug?
You can just wash it easily.
You can just wash it, right? So then, as far as like the actual tray goes, it does come with a spring ramp, which is another high-end feature.
That comes stock on this.
It does come stock. It's a larger spring ramp.
It is.
And it's got a firm, feel that.
Wow.
Very nice spring to it.
That is going to feed you.
Yep. And then you've got a magnetic drive cone to it. And I think this just pops off.
It does pop. Yeah, we did it at Cup.
We did it at Cup, Doug.
We did it.
But anyways, the drive cone is kind of reminds me of like the Z2 Prophecy from back in the day. Gets a very high rate of fire, which is nice. Pop this off. There's only a magnet in there, as well as the button and everything else like that. That's all plastic.
Also dishwasher safe.
Yep. And then here's the bottom of the tray. So this actually goes by sound as well as an eye technology.
Okay.
Okay, so it's kind of like a dual sensor, kind of like the Spire 5.
I would say it's got redundancy built in.
Correct. And it does have, check that out, nice
The batteries
good
all go the
quality.
same way. Wow.
Nice good quality as far as the
Battery housing.
yeah, the battery. Like, you don't even need, like with the Spires, you need that like
That
little
Velcro.
thing to hold it into place. This, it's not coming out. So that's super nice. And it's magnetic, which is kind of like similar to the Bunker Kings.
Yeah.
So it's very simple to pop that in. The tray overall seems like it's good quality, good build quality. It is going to be a little bit more challenging to service like your motor and service your sensors and all that stuff because you actually have to take it apart. Whereas
So,
with the Spire, you don't have to.
To get to the rest of the raceway, you have to have screwdrivers to pull that apart.
Yeah. See, one,
Okay, yeah.
2, 3, 4.
Okay.
So screws there. But overall, guys, like, you know, now what you can do though is you can clean inside here,
Yeah,
inside
you
your
can get a
drive
squeeze
stack
wrap
if
in
you
there.
need to. And then to pop it back into place, the
Is it
back
back to
portion,
front?
back to front, and just pops in. Boom.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
My overall first impressions, I really like this thing for 150
I
bucks.
really like how responsive that ramp is.
I do
So
too,
it's-
yeah.
What is it? You push the button in to get this out of the back, or you just?
No, so the front portion there.
Oh, the front
Just
where you
lift
pull
right
it
here and pull out.
Okay. It's honestly like fingertip shaped as well.
Yep.
Super easy. Look at
Super
that.
intuitive, guys.
Okay. I don't. Yeah, I mean, like this seems like pretty bulletproof. The first thing I'm really noticing though is this thing's heavy.
Yeah, so let's weigh
Weight
it.
to it.
Obviously, guys, we'll be doing some comparison videos between like the IR2, the Spire 5, the R2, the Die R2, as well as the Die LTR and all that stuff. But you're getting all the high-end features for 150 bucks. So that's something to keep in mind is, you know, like it's add-on features for the Spire IR2. It is built-in features for the Spire 5. Doug is trying to pop that tray out and it's not
I
happening.
said, yeah, you have to probably really abuse this thing to get it out. That's
Yep.
pretty sweet. All right, so how
All right.
easily can I put it back together? I'm seeing front hinge looks like it goes in first.
That clicks into place and that little yellow pops up.
Oh,
Lock it.
okay. Pop, lock, and drop it.
Yep.
Okay, so I didn't lock it properly. So I'll click her down. And the yellow thing. Okay, so it
Comes
clicks.
up.
Got it. So it clicks, and then I'm genuinely putting effort into that, and I can't get it to come out. So
Let's weigh it real quick and
Let's
then we'll
go.
talk about your impressions on it.
this also does, as you guys saw, has working batteries in it.
Yep. Zeroed. All right, with 3 AA's, 1 pound, 3.7 ounces, I want to say.
And that's also without
Yeah.
the rain lid.
1 pound, 3.7 ounces, guys. So,
Without the rain lid, which
yeah,
I
but
can't
that
imagine.
probably
is
is too much. All right. The other thing that I like to mention is that there's like zero programming. It's basically you just turn on and go.
This is a point and shoot, baby.
Yeah, and it is an integrated power button, and it has an LED, which is really nice. I like the fact that the freaking LED is right there.
Yep.
It's one of the things that drives me nuts about the Spire 5. And they took, with the Spire 5, they
took
actually
the LEDs away.
the LEDs away, whereas like with the IR2, you still have
It's
the
the back
LED
button.
button. So
Yep.
that's nice on that. So it's kind of like they've integrated a lot of the best worlds between their loader because like, excuse me, this reminds me of the large speed feed that came with the Z2 Prophecy as well as the drive cone, but they've integrated kind of like the styling of the Spire 5.
Yep.
They've integrated some of the technology from their old loaders being sound activated as well as like new technology with the eyes and everything else like that.
I love that they have a failsafe built into a hopper that's $100 cheaper than the only other loader that has
Right.
that.
So what's your thoughts? I love it.
Heavy, but otherwise I really like it. I actually really, really like that. Sure, I would love if it was toolless to get to the raceway and get to the motor, but for a loader that's under $200, I don't know really what else I could ask for.
Yeah.
I remember a point too that John Dresser brought up when we were down at Cup is that it is longer, but you don't really notice it. I think that'll balance the gun better, and with that, to
it
still have the
seems
capacity,
balanced.
it's narrow. So you can actually see around the loader a little bit better as you're playing. And mind you, it's only incremental, but this is also a game of inches, so I do think that to some degree, that will kind of play a factor. But yeah, this is really like solidly built, good stuff. I love how open this is. I really think that they did improve on how easily this does and doesn't open because I'm struggling to yank this thing open right now. There we go. So I had to like get it in here and do one of these. So again, as I've said in other videos, guys, I will be impressed. And in fact, if you have a fail video of you actually getting one of these to fall apart on you when you're diving, please send me that, and then I'll refer you to some people to help you with your diving. But so far, I'm actually really liking this thing. What I want to do, Joel, is a speed test. Because that thing, I really like the drive cone, the way that it's like kind of seated for individual balls to really help feed everything through. Overall, dude, I really like this thing.
I do too. We've done some speed testing already. I personally have done some speed testing.
Oh, who's hiding it from me?
15 balls a second has been the average that we've gone with. Okay. And then we've peaked all the way up to 18 balls a second with it. For you mechanical players, this might be a new possible loader for you guys as well. Because I've seen Adrenaline is actually, I think it was Adrenaline, already switched over to this loader. Nice. And they were able to sustain very high rates of fire with it. So yeah, guys, overall, I think this is going to be a major competitor to 100%. The Spire platform as well as the die loaders. So yeah, with that said, I think this is going to be a great option. We are taking pre-orders on them. Hopefully by the time that this video releases, we should be getting close to getting our first batch in. And
yeah, so guys, if you want them, I will put a link in the description regardless of where they're at. If you wanted one and you wanted to buy one, click that link and we'll at least know. That'll tell us like what the interest level is and how much people want them. But even from then, as soon as you do get them, I'll swap out that link for one that's actually shoppable. Really appreciate you guys stopping by to watch the video today. I hope you guys like this loader as much as we did. Can't wait for people to start using them out in the field. But appreciate you guys watching. Use the link in the description and we'll see you next time.
I'm so free.